Over the years, movies have asked many open-ended questions, allowing audiences to theorize and debate the answers. What was in Marcellus Wallace's briefcase? Was Deckard a human or a replicant? Why did Crash win Best Picture in 2005?
And the Oscar goes to Crash.
But there is one question that still puzzles film historians and fans alike. Was Mrs. Incredible actually thick, or did she stretch her body to become thicker? In this video, I will give my own hypothesis, as well as give video evidence in order to back it up. Let's take it back to 2004. I was 8 years old, watching The Incredibles for the first time on opening weekend with my dad. As we were sitting there munching on popcorn, having a grand old time, same thought popped into both our heads. Damn, Elastigirl is hot as fuck! Now, back in 2004, this body type that people nowadays call slim thick just wasn't very popular. Back then, it was all about skinny, skinny, skinny. The skinnier you were, the prettier you were, and that was that. But now it's 2018. We as a society have grown up and realized, it's okay for women to have a little meat on them. So long as they're not obese or anything, there's nothing wrong with a bigger booty. So I gotta give Pixar credit here. They were ahead of the curve big time. Now I know what you're thinking. Looney, you were 8 years old. Why weren't you attracted to Violet? Now first of all, I'm not Roman Polanski, okay? Second of all, are you crazy? No one likes a kid. It's all about Helen's melons and her big fat ass. Now before I present my theory, let me preface this by saying I'm recording this video on June 14th, one day before The Incredibles 2 opens to the public. So I'll be basing this theory off the first Incredibles movie. When I eventually see the second one, I may make a revision based off that. Now without further ado, here's my theory. Mrs. Incredible is naturally thick. If she does change her body to make herself thicker, it's only during special occasions. Now I won't be using timestamps for this video because come on, we've all seen The Incredibles. We all have that DVD with the slipcover. If you want to see what I'm talking about for yourself, just use the scene selection. Or just look it up on YouTube. The whole movie is pretty much up there already. Here's my evidence. Helen is thick in almost every situation, life or death. In this first scene, our intro to Elastigirl's powers, we see that the ass is indeed fat. Even when she punches the criminal, the ass still remains fat. Now, you may see this as a point against my theory, but consider this. If she were to punch the criminal, wouldn't she focus more on stretching her arms than her waist? Her ass remains fat even while knocking him out. Maybe it's slightly enhanced because she's trying to seduce Bobby Boy, but that still doesn't take away from the fact that she's still naturally thick even in a relaxed state. 15 years later, Helen has got even thicker. Now I know what you're thinking. Looney. She's had 3 kids, of course her body's gonna change. But consider this. Why does she remain thick even in situations where her life or her children's lives are in danger? Why does she remain thick even in situations where she doesn't need to be? She's just giving Jack a bath. Why are her hips not lying? And here, she's going to the principal's office to discuss Dash's behavior. Why would the ass need to be fat when she's only there to pick up her child? Later in the movie, during the big fight scene, why is she still so damn thick? If she was faking it, her ass would look flat, because she would focus more on stretching her arms or her body. When she's fighting bad guys, the ass remains fat. When she gets her lower body caught in the doorway, her ass remains fat. When she's sitting down, the ass remains fat. And here's my smoking gun, the scene that proves my theory correct. We all know this part, where Helen checks out her ass in the mirror. Now I've taken Psychology 101 in college, so I know a little bit about people's thought processes. I am more than qualified to say that if Helen were checking herself out in the mirror, then she clearly needs to check on what's going on back there. If she knew how to make herself thicker and fight crime at the same time, there'd be no need to look in the mirror. I mean, wouldn't you already have years of experience doing just that? I rest my case. So in conclusion, Mrs. Incredible's thickness is homegrown. The woman clearly did her squats, ate healthy, and overall took care of herself to the point where she doesn't need to fake it. She can just flaunt it. So hats off to Pixar. They created one of the best superhero movies ever made. And they create a character so iconic, so thick, that people still research her to this day. If you know what I mean.